Does it say good to go? Alrighty. Joe, do you want to test the mic? Just talk.
Testing, testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing, testing. Hear me out there? You didn't know if you're here, you're in the right place. You're at the Thobani-Swieciak wedding. So, welcome. We're going to have an outdoor affair, but obviously the weather's not cooperating today, so we're inside.
Audio there. Where's the... Alright. Can everyone hear us? If there's a problem hearing us,
Testing, testing. Can you hear me?
is anyone
Everything's good?
and John? Alright, John.
All right, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Thobani-Swieciak wedding. And we are gathered here today in the presence of God, family, and friends to witness the union of two people in love with one another, Sheila Thobani and Thomas Luke Swieciak. For years now, Sheila and Thomas agonized over the form by which the blessing of their union would ensue. Heritage and tradition colored both of their perceptions concerning how these initial proceedings should take place. With that in mind, they made the decision to celebrate their legal union here with all of you and to have their marriage blessed by your love for each of them. This place, on the land which they own, the nation of their birth, in the shadow of a home filled with their love, seemed a fitting place to finalize and bless their union. Sheila and Thomas both want to assure and remind everyone that once national and local laws and safety permit, a much larger celebration of this union will commence. I'm excited for that one too.
You're not invited.
What? Sheila and Thomas came from very different family backgrounds in very different parts of a very large country. But the wisdom of God and the happenstance of fate brought their union into all of our lives. The union has grown in its grace and maturity, just as they both have grown to become integral parts of our lives in ways which they were not before. With grace comes tumult, and with love comes frustration. Just as we cannot have light without darkness and warmth without cold, but we must always remember that it is the love of others around us, the love that those individuals have for others, from which we may draw strength and draw ourselves back into grace with one another. The love of Sheila and Thomas, the love for one another, is very strong. We may take solace in knowing that so long as they are both in our lives, that we may also draw strength from their love. Many of you see that the arch around is decorated with yellow roses. This is because Thomas, in referencing the pride Sheila takes in her home state, has always called Sheila his yellow rose of Texas. And he has occasionally tried and failed miserably in singing that song to her. However, he's going to sing a rendition now. No, I'm kidding. No problem. They found it fitting to celebrate the joy of those memories that they shared by making yellow roses a small part of their display. After 5 years, Sheila and Thomas come before you all on the monthly anniversary of their first kiss, the 25th, which is today, which they have celebrated as a special day every month since that first kiss, as they always will, which is just so nice. It is. It is with these sentiments of joy and love and elected prayers and blessings that we turn to Sheila and Thomas, and we ask them both to recite the vows which they have written for one another.
Well, I'll go first. And just so you know, this is one of the very rare times where you're going to get the last word, but I'll go ahead and go first. Alright. So I thought about making this witty, and I thought about making it full of dark humor. But seeing as the public is in attendance today, I don't think the people are ready for that. That's the beauty of us. Our inside jokes, and frankly, our style of humor is enjoyable to each other. And I honestly don't have a single care for who else I can make fun of. It is you. So much so that every time I make a joke that requires some semblance of intelligence, you produce this unique, guttural laugh that in turn makes me laugh. And you make me feel like I'm a real life meme generator. But enough about our quirky peculiarities. Today is about our union into forever. Together, our cares for worldly matters do not sway our love for one another. From the time we met to now, we have chosen only to carry those burdens that come from caring for one another. A burden at first glance, but then a privilege for love thereafter. Today, Tommy, I bind myself to you, forsaking all worldly matters that plague our existence today, whether by society, tradition, faith, or yet identity. I am not fearful of being alone, but after knowing you, I dread a lifetime, or even the ages that would come if it meant that I had to choose to live without you. I realize, Thomas, that in our day-to-day lives, I'm neither the best communicator, nor do I have a way with my words, nor showing of my emotions. However, Tommy, I hope the step that I'm willing to take with you today will always come to your solace, even when my words cannot.
Thomas?
Sheila. There are no words that can be spoken in any language, dead or alive, that properly convey what you mean to me. There are no notes in a song, lines in a poem, images, locations, art, or vocations that encapsulate what the miracle of you means to me. God has been kind in that there have been some very small things that have come close to describing what you are. I cannot properly tell them to you. You have to experience them for yourself. The smell of the wind after a soft rain, warm sunlight with closed eyes, the memory of stars. For 5 years and 3 months of my life, your love has been the air that I breathe. It has been my first thought every morning and my last thought every night. It is the nourishment that sustains my soul. It is the hope that allows me to see the pinpoint of light in every darkness, the teardrop of happiness in every ocean of sadness, the breath of life in every utterance of death. I am the luckiest man alive. I know this because I know without a doubt that love exists. Real, true, deep, undying love. And I am part of that love. I do not have it. You do not have it. We are part of it. It is much too big for both of us. It has existed for eons, and it will exist for eons more. It is deeper than the darkest, coldest corner of this universe, and it stretches across time like a boundless human imagination. something far, far too immense, incalculable, inconceivable for two small creatures like us. We can only exist and love each other forever in that vast and endless emotion. On this day, November 25th, in the year of our Lord 2020, I give you the unbreakable promise that I will stand by your side, and together we shall weather the storm of life, and with the grace of God beyond. You have my love, my faith, my honor, my respect, and my devotion. You are the guardian of my existence, and I am yours. Death will take me before I ever fail you. And I pledge all of these things to you, now and every day, forever.
That was awesome.
It's true.
I ask our witnesses for rings. You get the camera time here.
Yay. Thank you.
Okay, Sheila, you can go first. You can take the- These rings have been worn by Sheila and Thomas since they made their proposals to one another over 2 years ago. Thomas to Sheila in May of 2018, and Sheila to Thomas in September of 2018. They have lived together in the light of that promise ever since. Sheila, will you please take the ring you have brought, place it on Thomas's left hand, and repeat after me. With this ring, I thee wed.
I thee wed. I thee wed.
Thomas, please take the ring you have brought, place it on Sheila's left hand, and repeat after me. With this ring, I thee wed. You may join hands. Absolutely. Sheila and Thomas, having declared in the presence of these witnesses that you take one another as husband and wife, and having symbolized your declaration by the reciting of vows and the giving and acceptance of rings, I declare by the authority vested in me by the state of Wisconsin, before God, friends, and family, that from this day forward unto death, you are now husband and wife. Thomas, you may kiss the bride. Applause. Yay. Well, congratulations. Thank you, everybody. You want to give some shout outs now? Go ahead.
I guess thank you to everyone for tuning in today. Obviously we all had different expectations of what this wedding would be like this year. Traditional stuff, celebrations, religious things and whatnot. But we are eternally grateful for everyone that does love us and showed up today. And thank you for all the good wishes. Sorry I haven't been able to get back to you right now, but we love you guys, and special thanks to my family. They're all in Texas right now as I live in Wisconsin, which is about 1,600 miles away. But because of worldly matters right now, they were not able to make it, but that is specifically why we did something intimate, close together with two of our very good friends, best friends, if you will, with my favorite judge, Municipal Branch 3.
Big judge.
Yeah, thanks, Judge. But yeah.
Just Sheila pretty much covered everything. I would say thank you to my family. Thank you to Sheila's family. Everyone, all our friends tuning in, those people who chose to take the invite, especially if you're out the 115th fighter win. But again, it means a lot to us if you were able to join us tonight. Sheila and I did make it a point to say that, at a later date, we will have something that will be, that, obviously a little bigger than this. But we are very grateful that you were able to join us in making these vows, saying these things to one another, making this promise. And thank you again. Bless you all.
And thank you to all of my international family too. I know the time change is weird, especially for my Deutsche folks out there. If you're sitting there on the computer after midnight, I appreciate it. Miss you guys, and hopefully we'll see everyone